The Curse of the Midnight Dew. In the quiet village of Adariko, nestled deep within the forested hills, people believed the night belonged to the spirits. By day, the villagers toiled under the sun, their laughter mingling with the hum of nature. By night, however, silence reigned, broken only by the occasional hoot of an owl or the rustling of leaves. Among the many traditions in Adariko, one stood firm: never spread your clothes outside at night. This tale began long ago when an adventurous girl named Neoma dared to challenge this age-old rule. Neoma, known for her curiosity, often wondered why such a peculiar tradition existed. The elders said the night spirits roamed, their ethereal forms brushing against anything left in their domain. But Neoma found these tales to be mere superstitions. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting the village in hues of orange and purple, Neoma decided to test the legend. She spread her freshly washed wrapper and blouse on the line outside her family's hut. Her grandmother, Mama Uduak, noticed this and gasped in horror. "Neoma," she whispered, clutching her chest. "Take those clothes inside at once. Do you want to call the Midnight Wanderer?" "The Midnight Wanderer," Neoma repeated with a smirk. "Mama, I've heard that story 100 times. There's no such thing, it's just dew that falls at night." Mama Uduak shook her head solemnly. "You're wrong, my child. The dew is not ordinary. It's the tears of the Midnight Wanderer, cursed to roam the earth until dawn. Anything her tears touch becomes a part of her world." Despite her grandmother's pleas, Neoma left the clothes outside. She laughed off the warnings and went to bed, feeling a mix of defiance and excitement at the prospect of proving the elders wrong. But as midnight approached, an eerie chill crept into the air. The once serene village now felt heavy, as if it were holding its breath. Outside, a low, mournful wail echoed through the darkness. Neoma stirred in her sleep, uneasy. Suddenly, she awoke to a faint rustling sound outside her window. Gathering her courage, she peered out. To her shock, her clothes on the line were no longer still. They swayed unnaturally, as though unseen hands were caressing them. And then she saw her. A figure draped in tattered white robes, her face obscured by a veil of mist. Her hands were bony, translucent, and she hovered just inches above the ground. The Midnight Wanderer gently touched Neoma's blouse, and it glowed faintly before dissolving into a puff of silver mist. Terrified, Neoma froze, unable to look away as the figure turned her veiled face toward the window. Though she had no eyes, Neoma felt an intense, sorrowful gaze pierce through her. "You have defied the boundaries," the figure whispered, her voice a haunting melody. "Return what is mine, or join my eternal journey." As the first rays of dawn broke through the horizon, the figure vanished. Neoma's clothes were gone, leaving only a faint shimmer of dew on the line. The next morning, Neoma confessed everything to the elders. They explained that the Midnight Wanderer was once a weaver who defied the gods by spinning cloths under the moonlight, a sacred time reserved for worship. As punishment, she was cursed to wander, collecting pieces of cloth to weave her eternal sorrow. From that day on, Neoma never questioned the rule again. The villagers, too, whispered her tale to remind their children of the unseen forces that roamed the night. And so, in Adariko, no one dared to spread their clothes outside at night, for they knew the Midnight Wanderer was always watching, waiting for another defiant soul.